Hi, I'm Aaron Steil from Gardening with Style on Iowa PBS. All gardeners deal with weeds, and no garden is 100% weed-free. But keeping ahead of them can sometimes feel overwhelming. Here are a few tips to help weeding feel more manageable. Mother Nature covers bare soil with plants, many of them unwanted weeds. If you want to avoid that, you have to cover the soil with something else, and mulch is a great option. There are many benefits to mulch, and weed suppression is one of its best. Organic mulches like wood chips can be spread a few inches thick to keep weeds to a minimum. Freshen the mulch layer every year to stay ahead of the weeds. Mechanically removing weeds by pulling or hoeing is an effective and earth-friendly, although sometimes time-consuming way to weed. While you want to avoid working in overly wet soils, the day or two after a good rain is a great time to weed, pulling them out, roots and all. It's important to get the entire plant when pulling because most weeds will resprout from roots left behind. If it hasn't rained in a while, water with a sprinkler the day before you plan to weed, and the soil will be soft and damp, allowing you to easily pull the entire plant out of the ground. While some gardeners shy away from herbicides, these chemicals can be effective when used appropriately, especially for situations like the cracks between the brick pavers or sidewalk. You can use a non-selective herbicide, which would kill any green plant. You could use a broadleaf herbicide, which would leave the grasses in your lawn alone, but impact other plants, in particular many of our garden plants. A pre-emergent herbicide prevents weeds from germinating, and that is also an option. Regardless of what herbicide you use, make sure you read the label and follow closely the timing and directions that are outlined on that label. Remember, give yourself some grace. A weed is simply a plant out of place. It's only a weed if you don't want it to be there. There's no silver bullet for weed control, but the next closest thing is persistence. Never let an unwanted plant go to seed or get out of control. A little bit every day goes a long way to keeping weeds to a level that you can enjoy. Thanks for joining me with this gardening tip on Gardening with Style.